गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः अश्रद्धधानाः पुरुषः धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्य मां निवर्तन्ते मृत्युसंसारवर्त्मनि. People devoid of faith in this dharma. And what is dharma? Lord himself is the dharma incarnate, isn't it? Fail to reach me. So those who do not follow the dharma, those who do not follow the Lord, those who do not seek to be one with the Lord, they fail to reach him. Therefore, what happens to them? They get lost in the world of matter. Karna was one example like that. Even after the Lord has revealed himself to Karna, he has told Karna the truth of his life, that he is the Jyeshta Kunti Putra, and he showed Karna that he is the Purushottam, Narayana himself. Yet, whenever the choice was given by the Lord to him, the Lord doesn't say that this is your destiny. Man makes his own destiny. But what did he choose? He chose to be with the Duryodhana. Because he was more dedicated to the friendship than to the Lord. He knows whichever side. He told Duryodhana, when you go to Dwarka, you must ask for Krishna, not his army. And yet Duryodhana, so why did he ask? Why did Karna say that Duryodhana, you ask for Krishna? Because he knows, he is the source. Only knows, but not living it in his life. Otherwise, if he had come to the Pandava side or done the bidding of the Lord and asked, okay, as you guide, so I will live, things would have been different. There would have been no Mahabharata war then. See? War happens only because we move away from the divine. That war is not outside. That war is within us. That war is between the good thoughts and the bad thoughts. That God is between what is my duty and what is the actual duty. This is the question I came across when I met Swamiji. So I said, Swamiji, interview me. I want to do the studies in the ashram. So we are coming back from Delhi, Chardham to Delhi, Vrindavan to Delhi. So he says, come. And I said, bolo. मैंने कहा मैंने क्या बोलना है? You have to speak, I don't have to speak. You have to ask questions, I have to answer. He says, no, I got no questions. I said, Tariki. This is the interview, no questions. I said, I also don't have any questions. He says, no, tell about yourself. Then I told him all my sadhanas and experiences, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I must have spoken for 15-20 minutes. And then, Swamiji, this happened, then I came to Himalayas, then I met you, and then now I'm here in the ashram, and then I came to Chardham, and now you have called me, and I'm sitting next to you. He says, then? I said, then what? Then nothing. No, then now my sadhana was going on, and I was doing a lot of japa that time. So I said, okay, if he's asking me, then there must be something that is lurking inside, which I am not voicing it outside. So I closed my eyes. And immediately, the intuitively, the thought that came was, Swamiji, should I get married or should I get the question was, is my duty towards my parents who want to get me married, or is my duty towards this calling which says go and study the scriptures? Because that was the Akashvani. So I made this statement and I'm waiting for the answer. He says, then again he is into silence and he is smiling, enjoying. मेरे को चाबी दे दी और खुद मजे ले रहे हैं. And then he is smiling. Then when I saw that he is not going to answer, again I went in, closed my eyes, and immediately the answer came. The answer was that I will commit myself to the 2 years of studies in the ashram, and after that, if there is a desire, I'll get married. If not, I'll take to sannyas path. So that answer, and he said, okay, come now itself, from here itself, come with me. I'll buy your air ticket. Let's go to the ashram. I said, nee, I have to do this. My sister is getting married, this, that. He said, come and meet me in the ashram. I went and met him. He said, see the magic now. Now that you are committed to the ashram, all your duties will be taken care of like this. और सब कुछ ऐसी हो गया. देखो. So this dilemma, what is my duty, is always there. This is the tussle of the ego. One side it has got one foot in the world, and the other side it wants the spiritual experience to be consumed by the Lord. And Lord is not going to answer, just like Swamiji did not answer. We have to find our own answers. And it is not copy-paste because she is doing this or he is doing that, so I am going to do this or that. It is not going to work. You have to be true to what you are, where you are at this moment in life, how it is unfolding in your life. What are the challenges of your life? Where do you find your connection is being severed from the Lord? But the scripture is saying, satsang is saying it is never severed. Then where am I going wrong in my thinking? You have to work it out. Gita is giving you one general understanding. The teachers are giving you their experiences. You have to work out your life. That it is not other than the divine play. I shouldn't say divine play. So here is Ashraddhadhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa. The Arjuna is another name of Arjuna. Aprapyamam nivartante. Such people who are not having faith, Ashraddhadhanam Naha. Purusha is the person. So those who are lacking in faith in the divine, what happens to them? Aprapyamam nivartante. They do not attain to me, O Arjuna. Then what happens to them? Mrityu samsara vartmani. They continue to go into the cyclical cycle of birth and rebirth. Why? They are matter oriented. So now decide, you are God oriented or matter oriented. In that matter comes your husband, wife, children also, parents also, ancestors also, Shraddha also. No, I have to do Shraddha. No, I also have to do Shraddha. My father passed away. I asked Swamiji, 3 साल करो, उसके बाद बंद करो. No, don't live in the past. Don't live in memories. Truth is present here and now. You have to drop all the memories, as dear as they may be. Are you able to bite that bullet? So you have to come out of that emotional attachment and invest all your emotions and love towards the Lord. He is very, very selfish. He doesn't want to share you with anyone else. Because from beginning till end you are His. And if you show that you are interested in someone else, immediately he will forget you. Immediately. And the world will catch you. So choose wisely. Ashraddhadhana purushaha. So in this manner, here the topic is taken of the Swadharma and Paradharma. Again, the same way. Are we doing the duty for others' duty because the society has told us so we are doing it? Or are we committed to that which is permanent, that which is unchanging, that which is always, which is the divine? And in this way, so it's a wonder of wonders that in spite of the divine being with us all the time, we are still interested in everything that is other than divine. Think. But sir, we cannot get away from the divine. Transform it into divine then. Or offer whatever that interaction with that undivine to the divine. See, every saint has a past. Every saint has a past. Was Ratnakar Daku a God-loving person? He was a murderer. You know Ratnakar Daku, dacoit. Who did he become? After satsang? Satsang with whom? Narad Muni. What did he become? Valmiki Rishi. Valmiki Rishi is a saint. He has a past called Ratnakar murderer. What are you? Swamiji, we are not Ratnakar but somewhere close. So we also have a future. So there is a Valmiki, or in other words, there is a saint lurking within us, waiting to be revealed. All we have to do is take the correct approach. We have to be in satsang. And best is, how long are you going to wait for some Swami to come and then we will be in satsang? How long you are going to wait that when I get time, then I'll put the YouTube on and then I'll listen to the satsang? How long you are going to wait to go, oh, I'm so busy with everything, when will I go to the temple? Why? God lives only there, is it? When I'm going to get time from all my chores of my life and then I'll open the Bhagavad Gita and then, nice. And the moment I start, the child cries. And again you have to close the book and go to do whatever is required. But when you remain, our job is only this, to inspire you to recognize that you can be in satsang with yourself 24/7. Where? Within yourself. How? Through your mouth, speech, through your mind. Chant His name, you are in satsang. Then whatever is required in your life, He will bring. Look at Shabri. Her teacher, she was a Shudra, and she was told, chant the Lord's name and the Lord Himself will come and deliver you. And in that intoxication of Ram Nam, she forgot. So every day she was preparing to welcome Sri Ram. And when Sri Ram comes, she forgets that she has to give the pulp to the Lord and throw the pip away. And and instead, the pip, she has to take the pip out into her mouth and give the pulp to the Lord. Instead, she puts the pulp into her mouth, throws the pip away, takes out the pulp and gives it to the Lord. Blasphemy. Unheard. Ori papam. But that Lord delivered her, gave her Navaveda Bhakti. Isn't it? That born from a Shudra, who is this name? Vidur. Vidurji and his wife, when Krishna goes for the final proposal that give us 5 villages and Duryodhana says, come and stay in my palace. He doesn't. He goes and stays with Vidur. And there, that Vidurani, instead of eating, feeding him bananas. Lord is standing in front of her. She's feeding him the banana peel. That's love, man. That's love. You forget the sense of what is right and what is wrong. इस तरीके से जियो, फिर मजा है जीने का. See? You think Duryodhan was not a good administrator of his country? You think that Yudhishthir was better? No. As good Pandavas were, probably Duryodhan was even better. Karna was even better administrator. But what was missing? Ashraddhadhana Purusha. Therefore he had to die. Because it was a time of cleansing. Lord has appeared. Because of too much adharma on the planet. See? So both were perfect administrators. But which side did Lord go? To the dharma side. So it is not that outside is perfect, so you are God-fearing or you are God-loving. No, it's what's going on inside. Duryodhana was a perfect, very good administrator, very good money manager, who spent all the money of the Pandavas when the Rajasuya Yagya took place. He saw the Lord, or came to know. He did not see because he's too corrupted to see that Shishupal, but he knows Shishupal was killed. He knows Jarasandh was killed. He knows Kamsa was killed. He knows that this is some extraordinary person in the form of Krishna. And when Krishna is telling him, give me 5 villages, he doesn't give. Ego, mind. See? And living a adharmic life. And therefore he had to be obliterated from the surface of the planet. Same will be yours and my case. If we are not complete the sentence, if we are not surrendered, if we are not at one ment with the Lord, so choose. And how you are going to be obliterated, you don't know. Will it be an accident? Will it be disease? Will it be cancer? Will it be amputation? We don't know. We only hope that it doesn't happen to us. Before that time comes, because it's somehow the unmanifestation is going to happen for this body. Krishna also was not saved from it. Arrow came. How you are going to go, you don't know. Is it a mere cold that you catch tomorrow and it leads to conclusion? We don't know. It happened few years ago in the COVID pandemic. But before it happens, take the right course, give the right course to your mind so that it comes to absolve itself of all objectivity and sees everything as the divine itself. Otherwise, rebirth, you don't know next birth is going to be which body. You don't know that. So in this manner, the Lord, the word used was, what is that? Aprapyamam. Such people do not gain me. They do not become one with me. And therefore go into the cycle of mrityu sansara vartmini, birth and death. And continuing to see, we are, how we are? We are like a blind person in a walled city who is using the stick. This is actually how it happens to us. He is walking with a stick. he knows, usually blind people, they know 5 steps to the door. If I turn right, 10 steps to the kitchen, 2 steps in the kitchen to the right is the sink, 4 steps in the front is the hot plate. If I move my hand to the right, the second on the right is the gas which I need to put on. And this way they have calculated everything. This fellow also had calculated everything. That if I take 50 steps to this and then turn right or 20 steps, then again go again 100 steps, I will be at the gate and I will be outside this city. And one day he had trained, he has worked it out, talked to people, and again he has worked it out, build up the courage, stamina, because it's a long distance. So he started one day that I am going to go out of the city. Starts walking. And just when he was about to take the last 1 or 2 steps, he sneezed. And the stick in that sneeze shifted the direction. And he started walking, kept going around inside the wall of the city, never becoming free of that city. We are like that. When will the sneeze come? You don't know. When will something in this creation come and distract us? We don't know. Which thought, which emotion, which phone call, which event in this life. So before that happens, convert every thought, every emotion, every contact, every experience into a divine one. That will be smart way, isn't it? Start work on it. And so only we can get out of this walled city. If this is the walled city, body is the walled city. If we want to get out of it, the only way is by Lord's grace. It's not by our own efforts. He will make sure that the sneeze is delayed after you come out of the wall. And if you come out of the wall, there is no sneeze, because body disidentified. You're coming out of the body is body disidentified. No sneeze. It dies its own death. नहीं तो लगे रहो, जैसे ही पहुंच रहे छींक आ गई, समाधि टूट गई, घुसे ही नहीं समाधि में. So recognize that this self that you are, or the soul that you are, or the consciousness that you are, it is part and parcel of that divine, of that Lord, of that Ishvara. I am using the word Ishvara here because we are in the devotional chapters. Is part and parcel. Here Krishna is saying part and parcel of me. He is not saying anyone else. So in this man, keep remembering that again and again, and by attaining to him or attaining to me, there is no return forever. One who knows, the one who lives in this remembrance that the Lord here Krishna, that Krishna is divine, all his actions are divine, and that this Krishna or this divinity or this Atma does not take birth again. He has merged. And truly, God to never takes birth. Does soul take birth? I'm asking you. Just because I looked like that, you changed your position? Yeah. First you were saying no. The moment I looked at you, yes. So, does the soul take rebirth? Soul is also eternal principle. Because there is nothing. आगे आ जाओ. बहुत जगह है, थोड़ा सा shift forward, they can come in the, move forward a little bit. So much space. See? So, there is nothing called death. There is only manifestation and unmanifestation. I told this in the retreat also and in one of the classes also. That the 5 elements out of which this body is made, when the time comes that this body is not able to support the expression of consciousness to express as life, the five elements go back to five elements. And what did I tell you? What is soul? Yesterday I asked that question and I answered. What is soul? Consciousness plus
memories.
good. Consciousness plus memories is equal to soul. So if body, the five elements went back to five elements, and where did the soul go? Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 tells that vasansi jirnani, just like you throw away old clothes and wear new clothes, it also gets new clothes. So did soul die? So why you are afraid of death? There, under no circumstances, there is no data available that there is death possible. Atma never dies, soul never dies, Ishvara never dies. Five elements, they manifest and unmanifest. Why are you so troubled, man? किस बात का डर है? किस बात का सर्वाइवल फियर है? What are you going to accumulate? If at all you want to accumulate the name of the Lord. Accumulate the bhav. Accumulate the urgency with which you want to merge now, not tomorrow, today, now, this moment. In this way, coming to the all this was Jnana Vijnana. Jnana was being attached to the matter, specificity, that which is finite, that which is empirical, that which is coming and going, and not having the faith in seeing the substratum, that without that substratum, the specificity also cannot express. That specificity is pervaded by the divine as what? As existence in the inert objects, as existence and consciousness in the living species, and existence, consciousness and bliss in the human species. Recognize this. Bring your attention to that substratum, to that foundational principle. You are only caught up in the what is coming and going. And in this way, the Lord in the next two verses, he gives the description of this secret science. We have already talked about it, but we will look at it. Repeat after me. Maya tatamidam sarvam, Maya tatamidam sarvam, Jagadavyakta murtina, Jagadavyakta murtina, Matsthani sarva bhutani, Matsthani sarva bhutani, Nachaham teshvavasthitaha, Nachaham teshvavasthitaha, Nacha matsthani bhutani, Nacha matsthani bhutani, Pashyame yogamaishwaram, Pashyame yogamaishwaram, Bhuta brunna cha bhutastho, Bhuta brunna cha bhutastho, Mamatma bhuta bhavanaha, Mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Together, Maya tatamidam sarvam, Jagadavyakta murtina, Matsthani sarva bhutani, Nachaham teshvavasthitaha, Nacha matsthani bhutani, Pashyame yogamaishwaram, Bhuta brunna cha bhutastho, Mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. If you understand this, you have understood everything about who the Lord is and the essence of Bhagavad Gita. This is which is the central chapter of Bhagavad Gita? Ninth chapter. Yes, it is not coming in the middle of the ninth chapter, but These two verses are coming in the center of Bhagavad Gita, more or less. If we understand this principle, everything is over. All this universe is pervaded by me. I'll keep taking one sentence and I'll equate it to some example. All this universe is pervaded by me, the Lord is saying. By me. He is not saying by divinity. Krishna, here, okay, I should correct myself. Nowhere in Bhagavad Gita Krishna has said I am speaking. So he is saying Bhagwan. So Bhagwan is saying I am. So is pervaded. The whole universe is pervaded by divine. Just like the whole universe of the waves is pervaded by the waters. The whole universe of ornament is pervaded by the gold. The whole universe of pots is pervaded by the mud, clay. Correct? This much is clear. All this universe is pervaded by me in my unmanifest form. Now next step. What are you touching? You think you are touching pot. But your attention is always on pot. Your attention is always on ornament. Your attention is always on the waves. But what is that unseen element, principle which is expressing in and through that particular example? It's either water, or it is gold, or it is mud. Who is that unseen fellow who is acting on the stage, taking different roles? The original one, whoever he is. Who is the original one in you? ऐसे मत देखो यार, ऐसे पता नहीं what question I asked you. Who is the original one in you? Huh? No, come down a little bit. At the physical level, who is the original one in you? Huh? At the physical level. Body. So man is the original or woman is the original? So what is the universe for this man and woman? The wife, the husband, the brother, the sister, the father, the mother. This is the universe. Man is, or woman is, or human being is pervading all the roles, isn't it? Catch that. If your attention is on the human beingness of yourself, these roles cannot touch you. They cannot touch you. People will say, you are very insensitive, mom. So be it. ड्रामा कर देने का कभी. Then when it comes to this body, then what is that permanent? Then you can come to the soul. And what is behind that soul? Then you will understand that it is the pure consciousness or the divinity. So always live your life at the principle level. See? So Bhagwan is telling here that the whole universe is pervaded by me and my unmanifest form. So can you tell me, the whole universe as we see it, it's pervaded by what? Forget God, don't tell me God, only at physical level. What is pervading the whole universe right now? Space. Can you see it? You cannot see space. If you are telling me that you can see space, you are fooling yourself. You can see objects. I can see him, I can see him, I can see him. Because I see this object plus and this object, absence of any object is called space, isn't it? So that is unseen and it is pervading the whole universe, physical universe. If you can appreciate this much, similarly, that Parabrahma Paramatma, that Bhagwan, who is speaking Bhagwan Vacha, he is pervading the whole universe in his unmanifest form. And I already gave you the answer. That Parabrahma Paramatma, that Bhagwan is Satchidanand Swarup. And what is this universe? It is inert, it is sentient, and it is intelligent in that sentiency. So inert matter, only existence. In the animal and plants, it is existence and consciousness. In human being, it is existence, consciousness and bliss. But here, there is one choice. you have been given a choice. Only human beings have been given a choice. To think of matter or to think of divine. If you think of matter, you will be miserable. Volume थोड़ा सा कम कर दो, थोड़ा सा. If you think of matter, you will be miserable. You will. What is that misery? Birth and death. And if you think of the Lord, you will be happy. You will be blissful. अब तो पूरा ही चला गया, नहीं आ गया. You will be blissful, and what will be the result? Freedom from birth and death. इतना simple equation है. And then after the lecture is over, स्वामी जी अब मैं क्या करूं आपके सुनने के बाद? एक थप्पड़. चुल्लू भर पानी में कूद डाल के मारो. Every verse Bhagavad Gita is giving you answer. Bhagwan is giving you answer. How to merge into him. But we have only one question. Now, please tell me, Swamiji, very emotionally, Swamiji, I understood everything. Now, where do I start from now? What do I do? अरे do करना ही तो छोड़ना है. Next part. All beings, he says, so first was Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina. Jagad avyakta murtina. What is this Jagat? Avyakta means unmanifest, without form, and murtina, with form, manifest. Lord is saying that I pervade both the manifest and the unmanifest. Do you pervade the manifest and unmanifest? Don't say I am the Lord right now, okay? But as a human being, as a living person, I'm asking you, are you pervading the manifest and the unmanifest? Don't answer. Tell.
Yes.
Tell me. कैसे?
Yes, no.
Who said पीछे? बोलो.
We are part of all the states.
Good. Good. So, waking and dream is the manifest with form, because in dream there are forms, in waking we cannot escape from forms. In deep sleep, no form. So, what has happened to the form in deep sleep? They have become unmanifest. Do I know the three states? Do I know the three states? Yes. Do I think I am in the three states?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I am waking. Oh, I had a very bad dream. I had a very good sleep. I was there. So I got two positions now. I was as the waker also, dreamer also, sleeper also, and I was the witness of all the three also. That one who is knowing these three is pervading all the three at an individual level. So Lord is saying one thing, we have to make it our own knowledge, no? Lord can do all this, I am poor fellow, I can't do all this. No, He is only telling you what you are going through, but not recognizing. Jagadavyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani na chaham teshvavasthitaha. All beings abide in me, so in my unmanifest form. Then in the second verse, matsthani sarva bhutani, all the, what do you call, so all of them are located in me or situated in me, or I am situated in them. Sarva bhutani na cha aham teshva vastitaha. But then the second part he is saying that I am not located in them, nor I am pervading them. Now again, nacha matsthani bhutani pashyame yogam aishwaram. So last part of that verse and the first part of this verse, he says that all beings First he said, all beings abide in me. I am pervading the whole universe, manifest and unmanifest. Now he says, but I do not abide in them. Not only I do not abide in them, they do not abide in me. Are you are playing with our mind? Most wives complaint towards husband is, or the husband's complaint towards the wife is. So first you said you are pervading everything. Then you said that everything is in me, I am in everything. Now you are saying that I am not in anything and neither anything is in me. Ye kya? This is contradiction, man. Why you are taking us for a ride, sir? Do you want us to go crazy? It is like that. So here he says, but I do not abide in them. So when he says all beings abide in me, see, first what is your first position? That the water is in the appearance and the disappearance of the waves, correct? It is the substratum, correct? Then from ocean's point of view, Ishvara's point of view, he is saying all the waves are in me, but I am not in them. What does it mean? That from the waves point of view, all the waves are in the ocean. But from ocean's point of view, what should be your next sentence?
It's only water.
Water is absolute. Absolute. Water cannot talk. From ocean's point of view, Ishvara point of view, so waves point of view, we are waves. So we should be, we are in Lord. All the waves are in the ocean. But the ocean is saying, or the Lord is saying, I am not in them. Why? Don't just read it for the sake of reading. Wait. Why is he saying that I am not in them? That means I am not in the waves. Why? Think loudly. Brainstorm session. Huh?
I am the wave.
Okay. Remember, she said, I am the wave. Someone else? बोलो महात्माओं और महात्मियों. Is it a difficult question? Are you finding it difficult? यार कुछ बोलो तो सही. The Lord is saying all the waves are in me. That is their disposition. We must think that way, that we are in the Lord, because everything is pervaded by the Lord. But when Lord is thinking, if he can think, he says, what is that? I do not abide in them. I am not in them.
Bigger than.
Why?
Lord is bigger than the ocean.
Okay. What else? From Lord's point of view, there is a homogeneous experience of oneness. There is no duality from Lord's point of view. So how can he say that I am in them? To say I am in them has to be separate from the Lord. But Lord does not experience the otherness. From ocean's point of view, everything is ocean. If ocean says, I am ocean and these are waves, then he is not ocean. Ocean's disposition is, I am one without a second. There is nothing outside of me. He cannot experience anything other than himself. Even though Ishvara is seeing the variety, but his experience is, everything is me only. You are seeing the variety in your body, but your experience is, all this variety is me only. Correct? I gave this example in one of the previous class. All this variety is there, but your experience is, I am this. You don't keep saying that I am the hand, I am the leg, etc. Similarly, this whole expanse of the universe with all specificity is the Lord alone. But from Lord's point of view, he doesn't have to say anything because he is everything. He doesn't see anything. He is the material, he is the efficient. I do not abide in them, because abidance means this is earth, and I make the seed abide in the earth to germinate. So is it that the Lord has to enter into a body and abide in that body? No, because then the whole understanding that God is everything and everywhere, all pervasive, that will be cancelled. Does the space have to enter this house? No. We built up the walls. That's it. The space was already there. Space was already there. So consciousness, the divinity, is already there. It does not enter. Continuing, he says, nor does the whole creation rest in me. Neither I am in that, nor the creation is in me. Because from Lord's point of view, first point of view was from wave point of view. But now, neither I abide, neither I enter or exit the wave. The Ishvara says, neither I enter or exit the creation, because I am that. Having said that, this is second level. Third level, neither I am in it nor the creation is in me, because from Ishvara's point of view, there is only him, there is no specificity, there is no individuality. There is no individuality. From space's point of view, there is no the tent space or the room space or the toilet space or the house space. These divisions we have created because our attention is on the walls. Lord is he who's pervading all the walls. And from his point of view, there is no wall because he is everything. See? So he says, nacha matsthani bhutani pashyame yogam aishwaram, nor does the whole creation rest in me. Look at my divine yoga power. Being the creator and sustainer of beings, I do not in reality dwell in them. So, bhuta brunna cha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. So, this is my aishwaram, this is my glory. This is my glory. The whole universe is my glory. Is the sunlight separate to the sun? Is the cool moonlight separate to the moon? Is the wave separate to the ocean? Is the ornament separate to the gold? Similarly, this creation is not separate to me. So does the sun enter the sunlight? Does the water enter the wave? Does the mud enter the pot? Similarly, Ishvara, Bhagwan, does not enter the creation. क्लिक हो रहा है थोड़ा बहुत? हाँ. Then he says that look at my divine yoga. This whole thing, even though it is one, it is appearing as many, and from his point of view there is no manyness. Even though he said everything is in me, then he said I am not in it, and neither the creation is in me. He says this contradiction is the power, is this whole creation, this whole explanation is the Aishwarya, this is the glory. Everything is my glory. So which means if his glory is the whole creation, then I am his glory. Then the Panchakoshas are his glory. If it is his glory, then live up to him. If you really believe that you are the God's child, that you are the glory. Glory का उसका मतलब क्या है एक और word? You are the vibhuti of the Lord. You can take it that way. Each one of you is incarnation of that divine. Glory is that. Another word for glory is the potentiality. You are his potential. From Lord's point of view, everything is him. It is the Shakti. The Lord is the non-doer. Lord is the non-doer. See, in Adbhut Ramayana, Ramchandra ji and Sita ji and Lakshman ji and everyone, they come to Ayodhya. Rajabhishek is done. Hanuman ji, उसके बाद that incident comes. Sita ji gives him the moti mala. काट के तो देखते हैं. Then he tears open his chest. All that story you know. And then all the Rishi Munis have come. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. And everyone is singing the glory. Jai Jai Siya Ram. Jai Jai Siya Ram. Patita Pavana Sita Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram. Ravana Dharpana Raja Ram. Mardana Raja Ram. And they are singing the glory. And Sita ji is sarcastically smiling. सारे बेवकूफ हैं. And Agastya Muni, Durvasa Muni saw her. Why are you smiling? You don't like the singing the glory of your husband? You should also be singing the glory of your husband. She keeps smiling. There must be something that you're not telling us. Tell. Then Sita ji says, what can I tell? I'm inseparable to my Ram. But I'll tell you what Shivji told about Ram when he was speaking to Parvati. Because how can she sing her own glory? Because she is the Shakti, Ram is the Purushottama. And what is that? Shivji is telling Parvati that Sita was telling to the one cycle of creation, Sita ji was asked, and that time she was telling that Ramchandra ji cannot do anything. He is useless. He is the substratum. He is the non-doer. He cannot do anything. He can't even take birth till I don't give him birth. He can't grow till I don't grow him. He can't learn anything till I don't inspire him to learn. He can't fight if I don't inspire him to make him fight. He is the non-doer. Everything that is done, that you see him doing, is actually me. See how the whole story is put. This verse. He is Bhagwan is Ishwar is the non-doer. The glory is where all the activity is taking place. The sun is not going anywhere. The sun rays are going everywhere. The mud is not useful. The pot is useful. The glory of the mud. See? And in this way, and then afterwards she shows. Then this you have not studied any time. You are only lost in Valmiki Ramayana or Tulsi Ramayana. Read Adhyatma Ramayana or Adbhut Ramayana, you will get more stories unheard of. Or listen to my talks. I have done few chapters of it, both of them. So then she says, Acha? They said, Acha? So Ravan has not killed, Rama has not killed Ravana. Yeah, he may have killed Ravana, you are saying. He's only killed the 10-headed monster. But do you know, she's telling the Rishi Munis, do you know there is a 1,000-headed monster? Let him show me that he can kill the 1,000-headed. The moment Ravana hears that there is a 1,000-headed Ravana somewhere, it must be Australia. Because Sri Lanka में रावण था तो उसके आगे जाने के बाद सहस्र रावण. This was Dashamukha Ravan. So, and everything opposite happens. Here Sita was abducted, there Rama is abducted. Here Ram killed, everyone saw that Ram killed Ravana. There Sita ji, when her beloved is taken, she takes the form of Kali. Because as Sita she cannot kill. She had to take the form of Kali. And as Kali she kills the Sahasra Mukha Ravan. That Sahasra Dasha Mukha Ravan is your 10 senses. Sahasra Mukha Ravan is all the thoughts in your mind. And who can kill it? Kali. Kali Karali. Mahakali. So, when you are faced with total obliteration of thoughts, what are you faced with? You call it emptiness, you call it absence, you call it nothingness, but scriptures call it avyakta. Scriptures call it the total unmanifest. The scriptures call it primordial matter. The scriptures call it Mahakali, another name for it. And why did she take on the form of Mahakali? Because her beloved was endangered. Mind, your mind, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, his mind was taken over by Mahakali. Think now, I'm just connecting the stories. His mind was taken over by Mahakali. And very soon, later on, he realized himself. So, your mind, when it coming to that silence, that is the when, and no eruption of objectivity is taking place in the mind. We have killed the Sahasrarjun, so not Sahasrarjun, the Sahasramukha Ravan we have killed. And then after killing that Sahasramukha Ravan, when she comes back to being the Sita, then all the Rishi Munis who were angry with her for speaking so highly of herself came to realize that is true. We didn't realize that everything is happening because of the Shakti. Everything is happening because of the potentiality. Another word for it, and everything is happening. Activity and inactivity is happening in the glory, in the potentiality, not in the Purusha principle. Purusha principle is mere Sakshi. It's just watching, not doing anything. And that Purusha principle, who is without form, etc., becomes available to us with form because of her grace. This is just bit of deviation from the topic, but now we come back to it, that when we are looking at it from the Ishvara's or the divinity point of view, that the divinity is all that there is nothing outside it, because it is Purna, and therefore there is no question of this language that they are in me or I am in them. There is no question of I entering them. Space does not enter a building. Space is already there. The Paramatma is everywhere. It is already there. What is coming and going is the appears to be coming, and that also is appearance. The sunlight appears to be coming and sunlight appears to be going when the night comes. Night appears to be coming, night appears to be going. What is coming and going is the effulgence. It seems that way, but actually nothing is happening. And therefore, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavasthitaha nacha matsthani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta brunna cha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. And in this way we have concluded the fourth and the fifth verse. Very, very important. If you understand this principle, the whole knot of identity is broken. The last two verses, according to our boss, we'll take it in our next class. Why you are smiling? He's your boss also. He's your boss also.
She's the
Smiling for the
Shakti.
same reason. No, Smita Mata.
Acha, acha. That I made him the boss. पूर्णमदा हो गया. ओम पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.